Hey there, it's Mrs. D, and I am here for my update video. Been 2 weeks, so we're making progress on how long it's taking, so that's good. So there's like three or four things I'm going to talk about today in my update video. First is just a life update. So let's see. The baby is walking um, toddling around, of course, not really walking, but doing really well. And he has been for a couple of weeks, so life is fun. You constantly have to like make sure your area is safe and he's reaching higher and, able to get into things a lot more these days. So that's a lot of fun and it takes up a lot of my time. My mother-in-law visited for like 4 or 5 days went to pick her up at the airport on Friday and she just went back on Wednesday. So we had a great time, but it's always very tiring because we do stuff every day, of course, right? And then let's see, the kids are home for the winter break from school. So it's helpful because they do help me with Moses a lot, but at the same time, like they constantly mess up the kitchen and living room. So, it's yeah, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But so just trying to keep on top of life and work and it's never easy. I listened to a quick little video one time about a Duke University basketball coach who said that, we might sit around waiting for life to get easier, and it never does. It's always hard, and it's all about how you handle hard. So that's what I'm just trying to do. I'm just trying to handle hard now. And not, think, oh, well, if I do this, it'll be easier. If we get through this milestone, it'll be easier. It's probably never going to be easier. It's been true in my experience for the last, 43 years. So let's talk about Allschool. Allschool, we have been approved for the organization, and I have teachers that are onboarding, and I have also listed about 20 classes on there, so that is looking good. We're probably going to be focusing on peak Beijing, Singapore hours because that's when everybody's doing well. So I'm not going to be working on there very much, but the teachers are, and so we're excited to get that started. So I did do that video where I talked a lot about the increased rates on All School, and I understand it's a business and they have to make money, and why not be just under the competition? I'm still not crazy about it because we all have a lot of work to do on these marketplaces, right? And so that's where I get like a little bit like, oh, I hate that they take so much because we still have to like list all our classes and push them and work really hard to retain students and all of that. So it does, and going from the 15% all the way up to a 20-25% was hard. It's a big jump. It's a really big jump. What would I have them do otherwise? I don't really know. Like if I'm thinking business wise, I'm still coming under the one that I consider the biggest competitor, Outschool. But at the same time, we've got to make that money. So let's see what happens. I checked out Powercourse, and for me, like I don't there's some cute little things in there, like you can put your gifts right in and you can put stickers and all of that. I haven't really tried to make anything with it just because I'm very proficient with Google Slides and I can do pretty well with Canva as well. So for me to put like another thing on my plate and try to learn how to do with that, where I can only use it for all school, isn't conducive for me, right? Because I need to be able to use it for anything that I want to teach for. And so I'm just holding off on Power Course, but it does look like it would be useful and helpful for, anybody who wants to get going on creating their own curriculum and doesn't know anything about any programs, might as well use theirs, I guess. And so let's see, what else is there? The baby's kind of screaming in the background right now, so, but everybody's home, so I don't really know what's going on. So that's All School. Still like All School, gonna give the organization a try, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. Let's talk about Outschool. So Outschool, my personal Outschool, it's pretty much the same. I'm pretty much where I have been for the last couple of months. My classes are, some of them. So I'm a little bit low right now, but that's, typical for this year, for this time of the year. And usually at this time of the year, I open extra classes one-time classes and camps and things like that to help replace that income and actually boost it. But I haven't been able to do that because I cannot commit to 4-day camps, keep my other classes open, and other things like that just because of all the other things that I'm doing right now. So I'm hoping that the organization is picking up and we still have a lot of one learner classes, but we are getting more and more 3 and 4 learner classes, and that's fantastic. So I'm hoping that that's going to kind of help balance out the fact it actually doesn't, because I would make a couple $100s in some of the camps that I was doing, and I don't think I'm making a couple $100s a week yet with the organization, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm, keeping forward on that. And let me take a look here. I keep a list these days because it's hard for me to stay on track with everything that happens around me. So we're listing on Outschool as an organization. We're listing one-time classes, multi-day classes, and ongoing classes, and we also have started a couple of flex classes. And I really believe that having all of those options gives you a wider audience, right? Because some people like having ongoing courses, and then others don't. Others want the multi-day commitment. And so I'm feeling like if we just offer everything that we can, because we've got a lot of teachers that are giving hours, that we're going to be able to reach a wider audience in that aspect. And now for Allschool, I am not listing ongoing classes on there. I'm only doing one-time and multi-day classes at this time because when I did ongoing classes on Allschool, it didn't really work out well. So I don't really want to deal with that right now. I just want to get started with multi-day and one-time classes, and we'll see how all that goes. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was Facebook. So Facebook for me is like this two-edged sword, right? Because with one side of things, we can advertise and get part of a community and find our people and all that, people that want to take classes with us. And then the other side of it is that it's such a time-consuming black hole of drama and conflict and everything else. And so I really need to stay away from that. In the last couple weeks, I have found myself in two time-consuming, drama-filled issues on the Facebook on Facebook with, and it's been mostly related to Outschool, but I really have come to realize like I really need to not do that. I need to not do that. So a word of caution, like I have so much to do that whenever I get involved in that stuff, I lose out on, making forward progress with Allschool and Outschool as far as the organization and class listings and everything else is. I really need to stay focused on just using Facebook to advertise classes and just kind of be a little bit of a presence, but not get into these types of back and forths with people. It's just too time consuming because I'm too A type, right? Like I have to go look at policies before I can say anything. So just wanted to give a little bit about that. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. This is a longer update video than I had wanted, but I really appreciate you for following along, and hopefully there's some kind of tip or tidbit in there that you can pick up and use. And I'm going to now go do a video on how to list a class on Allschool, so hopefully that will be helpful to anyone out there that might be struggling. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave a comment. Thank you all for leaving comments. I do appreciate that. Thank you all for following me, and I hope I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.